You have sat in that salon chair, told your stylist you wanted something fresh, walked out feeling hopeful, and then caught your reflection 3 days later wondering what went wrong. Let's fix that. I researched the worst style and beauty mistakes and youth-boosting fixes for mature women so you get simple, proven transformations that work instantly. Today we are perfecting your haircut. And by part 3, you will want to pause this video, call your salon, and book an appointment. I mean it. We are covering 3 cuts that will take years off your face, 3 you need to walk away from, and the exact reasons why each one works or works against you. The mistake in part 1? I see it on 8 out of 10 women walking out of salons right now. Let's go. Part 1. The blunt bob that steals years right back. Have you ever walked out of a salon with a fresh cut and still felt like something was aging you? You just could not put your finger on what? That feeling has a name, and it is the blunt jaw-length bob. This is the one that makes me wince every time I see it, because I know how many women ask for it hoping for sleek sophistication, and end up getting something that works completely against them. Here is what no one tells you at the booking stage. A blunt horizontal cut at the jaw creates a hard visual line exactly where you do not want one. After 50, the jawline naturally softens. A sharp horizontal edge sitting right there draws the eye directly to that area. And that contrast is what reads as age. The weight of all that blunt hair also drags the face downward, which is the opposite of what your bone structure deserves. This is the one that made a close friend of mine stop mid-conversation and ask what changed after she finally stopped doing it. So what is the swap? If you love a bob, and you should because a bob can be transformative, ask your stylist to shift the length. A bob that grazes the collarbone moves the weight down and away from the jaw. Then ask for soft, face-framing layers that begin at the cheekbone. That small change lifts the entire silhouette. Yes, that's simple. There is one detail your colorist can add to this cut that changes how your entire face reads on screen, in photos, and in person. It takes about 4 minutes to apply at the end of your appointment. We are going to get to that. But first, the second mistake that is aging you right now is one most women defend without realizing what it is doing. There is something specific about the way layers are placed that either lifts your face or pulls it down. And the difference is invisible until you know exactly what to look for. The way your layers are cut, where they begin and where they fall, is not just a styling preference. It is a framing decision that either works with your natural elegance or quietly fights against it. And in the next part, we are going to talk about exactly which layers are working for you and which ones are not. Part 2. The layer trap most women fall into without knowing. Bold truth. The wrong layers are aging you more than you realize. And the frustrating part is that you probably asked for them yourself. Layers sound like the answer. More movement, more volume, more life. But there is a version of layers that does all of those things, and a version that does the exact opposite. The version that ages you? Heavily layered cuts with the shortest pieces falling around the chin and jaw. Here is the insight that changes everything. When short layers cluster around the lower face, they create visual width at the jaw, exactly where fullness tends to settle naturally after 50. Your face does not need more emphasis there. It needs lift. And lift comes from layers placed higher, beginning at the cheekbone and sweeping upward and outward toward the temple. Honestly, I wish someone had told me this 10 years earlier, because once you see it you cannot unsee it. The fix is not removing layers, it is repositioning them. Ask your stylist for what the industry calls face-framing curtain layers. These begin at the cheekbone, angle gently toward the temple, and blend softly into the rest of the length. They open the eyes. They lift the cheekbones. They work with those beautiful eyes of yours instead of pulling the gaze downward. This one is everything. What to swap? If you are still asking for layers that frame the chin, swap them for layers that frame the cheekbone. That single shift, an inch or two higher on the face, changes the entire silhouette. Maintenance tip. Curtain layers need a trim every 8 weeks to maintain their shape and keep that lift working properly. Do not skip the in-between appointments. There is a second thing happening in many of these cuts that no one addresses at the consultation. And it has to do with texture, not length. When your hair lacks it, every cut looks flat and heavy regardless of how good the shape is. The texture conversation is one most stylists skip unless you bring it up. And in the next part, We are looking at the one cut that builds texture, volume, and lift into the shape itself from the very first snip. Part 3. The one cut that frames your face like nothing else. If you have been searching for a cut that works harder, so your styling routine works less, this is the part you have been waiting for. The layered lob, also called the long bob with movement layers. And it is the closest thing to a universal youth restoring cut that exists for women over 60. Here is why you need to hear this right now. The layered lob works because it does 3 things at once. It keeps enough length to elongate the neck and the overall silhouette. It incorporates movement layers that add volume without adding bulk. And when paired with those cheekbone framing pieces we discussed in part 2, it creates a full frame around your face that reads as naturally radiant. Not styled, not forced. Just you on your best day. Your natural elegance has always been there. This cut just lets it show. The specific technique that takes this from a good cut to a great one? Ask for the ends to be point cut, not blunt cut. Point cutting breaks the edge of the hair into soft, barely there movement instead of a hard line. It is invisible to most people. The difference it makes is not. This one made a client of mine tear up in the salon chair. Not because she looked different, because she finally looked like herself again. What to swap? If you are still getting a blunt-ended cut with no internal movement, swap it for a layered lob with point cut ends and soft face framing pieces. The difference walks into the room before you do. Maintenance tip. The layered lob holds its shape best with a trim every 10 to 12 weeks, and a light gloss treatment at each appointment keeps the movement looking intentional, not frizzy. You needed to hear this. Now, we have covered what to ask for. But there is one more haircut still out there, worn by millions of women who were never told the truth about it. And in part 4, we are going to talk about it directly, because avoiding it might be the most important decision you make at your next appointment. Part 4. The cut that looks polished but ages you instantly. Here is the one nobody wants to talk about, because it has been sold to women over 60 as the sophisticated, low-maintenance choice for decades. The mushroom cut. Short, rounded, full on top, tapered close at the sides and back. You have seen it. You might have worn it. And I need you to hear this without judgment, because this was marketed as the grown-up choice. And that is exactly why so many women trusted it. The problem is structural. The mushroom cut creates a round, closed silhouette that sits like a helmet on the head. It removes all length from the neck, which shortens the overall vertical line of your appearance. And the rounded shape on top, with no angles, no face framing movement, no layering, reads as heavy. The eye has nowhere to go except straight to the face at its widest point. That is not what your bone structure deserves. Not even close. What ages you here is not the shortness. Short hair can be extraordinary on a woman over 60. What ages you is the closed circular shape with no lift, no angle, and no frame around the face. Length around the face matters more than length anywhere else. The swap. If you love a shortcut, and there are breathtaking shortcuts for women over 60, ask for a soft angled pixie or a textured crop with longer pieces left around the face. The angle creates a diagonal line that elongates. The face framing pieces open the eyes and lift the cheekbones. It is the opposite of the mushroom in every way that matters. Honestly, the day a woman swaps the mushroom for an angled textured crop is the day people start asking if she changed something. And she has. Just not what they think. Maintenance tip. Angled shortcuts need shaping every 5 to 6 weeks to keep the line clean and the lift working. Let it grow past that and the angle softens into a rounded shape again, which is exactly what we are avoiding. You now know the 6 cuts, 3 that will work for you and 3 that have been quietly working against you. And everything changes the moment you walk into that salon armed with this. You just learned 6 haircut truths that most women spend years and dozens of salon appointments figuring out on their own. You did not just watch a video. You changed how you will look at your next appointment. Boom! Your bone structure was always this stunning. Now you know how to frame it. Tell me in the comments, which of these 6 cuts have you been wearing without knowing how it was affecting you? I read every single one. Next time, we are uncovering the one hair color mistake that adds a full decade to your face, and the surprisingly simple fix your colorist can do in the same appointment. Like this video, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path, and I will see you in the next one.